Good afternoon. This group quieted down. I see friends in the audience. Sorry. Anyway, this group quieted down faster. I am Gina Sudan, the president of the Wyoming County Chamber of Commerce in Tunkhannock, and I'm thrilled to be here today. This has been such a fun and great conference, so thank you to all of you who are here and making it really great. I have a few housekeeping things that I'm supposed to say, which I'm sure you've heard in every session. Basically, the important things, please silence your cell phones, and the exits are at the back of the room. Use your app to ask questions, and I'll read those at the end. And if you take pictures, please hashtag Empower2023. I think those are the main ones. And then the most important part of my job is to thank our sponsors, of course. So this session sponsor is PNC Bank, and I'm going to introduce Nicole Costanzo, who's the Senior Vice President for PNC, and she will introduce our speaker.
Hi, I'm Nicole Costanzo. I'm the Senior Vice President of PNC Bank in the Northeast Pennsylvania market. As a national Main Street bank, PNC is a longtime supporter, not only of the Chamber's work, but of businesses of all sizes in our region. A key aspect of the relationships we work to build across PNC is a commitment to meeting the needs of women business leaders and entrepreneurs in our area. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing a terrific business leader in our region, Kimberlee Greenleaf. Kimberlee is a Senior Account Manager for Odyssey. She has more than 35 years of experience in marketing and advertising. In her role as a Senior Account Manager for Odyssey, Kimberlee designs and creates custom strategies for successful companies in our region. Kimberlee has developed lasting, strong relationships within our community and strives to enrich the lives of those around her through the content they love. Ask her, and Kimberlee will tell you she believes she must be trusted by her clients to be their primary marketing and solutions partner, delivering multi-platform, data-infused, holistic audio campaigns. Kimberlee is a top performer at Odyssey with advanced knowledge of dozens of different industries that enable her to design custom solutions that deliver superior results. As Kimberlee states, her goal is to continue to thrive in her work, personal, and family life with all the amazing women here as we all stay fearless together. Please welcome Kimberlee Greenleaf.
Not sure if I'll need this microphone, but we're gonna use it. So I am very nervous, and I don't get nervous easily. But I will say thank you for joining me today. I hope that if it's just one of you that takes something away from my experience and strength, definitely will reward me. I will say that every year I come here, and since we've been coming to Kalahari, my first question was, why aren't we all over in that water park after this? So I got my general manager to get me a room, and my son and I last night got to go on water slides, hang out in the lazy river, eat junk food, and I wore that 19-year-old out by 9 p.m. It was the coolest thing ever. A little bit of history. I am not college educated. My mom calls me her late bloomer. I've had some traumatizing life experiences, and because of those things and the way God has guided my journey on this path has afforded me the opportunity and a privilege to be in front of you ladies today. This is amazing, thank you. So today we're gonna talk about being fearless at work, whether you're a full-time stay-at-home mom, because that's a job, whether you're just an executive, because, right, we have many, many roles above that, whether you're the leader and the boss, I feel that we all have fears, and a lot of us don't know how to get through them. So, let's all close our eyes for a minute, just don't fall asleep, okay? Close your eyes and think of the one thing that always brings up fear in you. Just one thing, right? I want you to visualize, as you have that one thing, visualize it outside of you. So today we're not going to allow fear to have its way with us. We're going to visualize it melting away, being removed right now, and at this moment take a deep breath, and everybody stand up. Please, stand up. We just had lunch. I'm tired. Okay, everybody at once, right? Shout it out. Delay on me. I'm working, dudes. Well, maybe because I have it upside down. No? Oh, maybe. All right, ready, everybody? On the count of 3, shout. No more fear. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No more fear. All right, say it again. Ready? No more fear. All right, ladies, have a seat. Thank you. If you were able to visualize the fear disappearing, then you are in the right place right now. So, can anybody give me the definition of being fearless? By show of hands, anybody want to define being fearless? Please, participation. Thank you, young lady.
Not worried about any challenges or what's in front of you and tackling it and not being afraid of it.
That's a great definition. I love that.
That's who I am.
Well, you know what? You said it better than Webster. Webster says fearless is without fear, bold, and brave, right? So just a few short words, right? So today the challenge is to walk together, encourage each other, get through our fears so we can be fearless women at work and in our lives, right? So first and foremost, does anybody know of any past fearless women? You don't have to, I'm gonna show you. Are we doing this again? Check this lady out, Amelia Earhart. She said the most effective way to do it is to do it. She said it way before Nike. Now y'all can ask yourself, right? What does that have anything, or what does she have anything to do with this topic, being fearless at work? Well, did you know that Amelia Earhart, she was the first woman who flew solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She was solo, she got through her fears, she went across an entire ocean. She and countless other women proved women could soar to amazing heights all on their own, right? And not just from our moms and our grandmas, within our individualism, right? On our own, and encouraging other women, right? Here's another great woman I love, Rosa Parks. I love this woman because she was fearless. She was an African-American woman who refused to give up her seat to the white man. That's what it says. And overnight, she became a figurehead for the civil rights movement. She is a nationally recognized symbol of dignity and strength, even in the struggle. She ended the entrenched racial segregation. That, ladies, was fearless, right? Countless other women here on the screen, throughout history, and across all cultures and traditions, women have been at the forefront of change. Women have questioned tradition, pushed through the change while making things happen against all odds, right? Against the odds, right? So doesn't that prove women are fearless, right? Show of hands, are we fearless? Yes. All right, well, I got this little cool thing to tell you, right? We're gonna ask ourselves, how are we gonna be fearless at work? What are we gonna do? How do we get through the challenges? How do we thrive in our careers? Questions that your head tells you in your own voice, right? Or the opposite, you'll never get there. Don't even bother, you're not gonna do it, right? So how do we push forward together regardless of the circumstances? Most of us wonder, like, what's it gonna take to be successful? We've had some success or we wouldn't be here. We would not be at the Women's Leadership Conference. It is a women's leadership conference that we invite men to. Let's get that straight. Okay, Mr. Guy out there. I don't know his name, sorry. Not so. So I'm here today to share with you my powerful 5 secrets and how we can own being fearless at work and thrive in our careers, at home, in everything we do, ladies, right? So first, let me share a quick story. I don't want to read word for word, but it really helps me to stay on track because I'll soon go out that way to the butterflies. So in my bio, there were some things they missed. I'm glad they edited them, but I'm going to tell you today. Like I said, I did not go to college. At 17 years old, I earned my high school equivalent, and I had to go get a job. That was the rule. Get a job. So my first job was in media. It was at a local newspaper. I was this little data entry clerk on a typewriter in 1987. Some of you weren't even born. The typewriter and I did free classified ads. I would open mailed envelopes with $1 in it and a handwritten ad. And all these fancy people would come in and out with the briefcases, with the black professional business suits, and there was women. And I thought, well, who the heck are they? How do I do that? And I thought, they probably all have college degrees. They're the fancy salespeople. Well, I really wanted to be one of those, but I didn't really think I could. So I went to my manager and I said, how can I become one of those saleswomen? And you know what that man did? He laughed in my face. He said, I was mortified. He goes, if you can, go out and help me build my home improvement sections in the newspaper. Go hit all the service industry businesses. So he meant go talk to all the men, put on some high heels, go talk to roofers, landscapers, and such. If you can grow my home improvement section, then you can be a salesperson. Well, ladies, give a fearless young child, right? 17-year-old, I wasn't even an adult yet, now that I think about it. Give them a challenge. I like challenges. So I went out there, the rest is history. I came back, I killed it. I created a spring and fall home improvement section in the newspaper, which today, go to Wawa and other convenience stores, and those are the home improvement guides you can pick up for free. Those were direct results of some of my sales. So it's what I wanted to do. So I had to go do it. It was not easy. Nothing worthwhile is. So just a little bit of therapy in a box today, right? Sprinkled with a little bit of practical applications and things that you can definitely apply in your life, or I will hope you can apply in your life, and hopefully get something out of this. So would anybody like to share before I continue any recent success in their life? Because that's what we're here for, our success. Anybody get a promotion lately? Let's hear about it, young lady.
I went from administrative assistant to office manager.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Any other recent success, even if it's from our kids, young lady right here?
Yeah, I was a coordinator, and everybody resigned in my department, and so I had to do the whole thing myself for about 5 to 6 months, and then I recently just got promoted to be manager.
Of course you did, yes. Don't we all do the work of 3 or more? Young ladies right back here had their hands up.
I went from benefits manager to assistant director of human resources.
My gosh, congratulations! This is what we do, we recognize each other, right? We have to recognize each other. So I might have missed a slide, I don't know, maybe not. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about some top secret stuff here, girls. 5 powerful secrets, right? And now they're not secrets anymore. All right, so first and foremost, and I've been hearing it for months now, and I wrote this a long time ago. Long enough. First one, know your superpowers. I was getting my hair did yesterday, and the hairdresser said, I'm a hairdresser. What's your superpower? And I thought, oh my gosh, I love that. I wanted to take it, but I'm not a hairdresser. Superpowers can be different things, right? They can be qualities you have that help you enhance in your lives. You have to recognize them and apply them because superheroes are fearless. They face fear right in its eye, okay? And now, our superpowers are our contribution. You know, what role we are put on this earth to play, right? You can do it better than anybody else, so own those promotions, own the, you know, groups that you're in and the charities you help manage and keep alive. Own those things. Own your superpower of your job position, right? I own that I am a senior, even of age, that I can do my job with my eyes closed, that if my clients are successful, then I'm successful. That is a superpower I have. Kindness, compassion, understanding, being vulnerable, being humble. Those are superpowers, right? So know your superpowers, own your superpowers, and rely on that, right? Rely on the superpowers. Plus, number 2, we rely on our source of strength. So if we know what our superpowers are, where do they come from? Where's that source? Who's giving us that strength, right? What power are you tapping into? As human beings, we are full of flaws. We are not perfect. We struggle, we trudge, we fall down, we get up, we keep it moving, right? So, you know, how do you nourish your spirit? How do you nourish your faith? We all have a source. It doesn't have to be a religious source, right? Sources can be your immediate family. Your sources could even be your kids. My 19 and 20-year-old have taught me more in the last 3 years than I think I've taught them their whole lives, right? Our close, positive friends, our mentors, both men and women, that want us to succeed. So there's so many sources out there that will help strengthen us to continue to thrive in our work, in our careers, in our lives, in our relationships. Things that we can take from each other, right? And for me, I had to make a life that was unshakable. I had to build a foundation that no wind, no distraction, no man or woman or even child could take me off the course that I'm intended to be on. I had to stay in position as the clay fell away, man, right? Because I was being chiseled, like the gold in the fire. I was being shaped, getting all the impurities out. And there were so many sources of strength around me, and I had to stay humble enough to ask for help. How do you do it? What do you suggest? Not knowing it all, because I like to stay in the position that I don't know anything. I have other words for that. Sorry. So, would anyone like to share their source of strength? Like maybe the best source you have, your top dog source of strength. Anybody want to share that today? Go ahead, honey.
I've had the same best friend since I was 6 years old, and she is and I'm 41, and she's my go-to person. She was my maid of honor, my kid's godmother, and when I have something to talk about, she is the one I call, and she always, gives me the honest truth even when I don't want to hear it, but also lifts me up, so.
That's what a friend is, right? Do we all know what friends really means? It's a very loose word, friends. That's amazing, thank you. Anybody else would like to talk about their source of strength or what they're tapping into? Please, thank you. Okay. Tell me about this girl right there. That's what a friend is, ladies, too. Amazing. Those are powerful strength sources, right? So because we have superpowers and sources that give us the strength, right? It will help us to stay fearless and powerful to focus on solutions. I always tell people in my life, if you have so many problems, small, medium, or large, there's going to be no room for a solution. When the problems pile up around us and we feel there's no way out, there's no room for a solution. You bog yourself down with problems, right? We are faced with adversity, every day. how do we focus on solutions, right? How do we turn a failure into a gift? How do we grow through tough times, right? Instead of just casually going through life like, oh well, clueless, we have to face adversity head on. We have to go through our fears, because when we go around them, they're still there. They'll bite that, they'll bite us in the butt. So going through them and getting to the solution, right? By looking for solutions and opportunity in every situation, especially when there's a problem, it'll evaporate the problem and you'll start to feel better, be happy, and other people around you will be happy. People will want to be around you when you are a solution-driven individual, a solution-driven female, right? We take on multiple tasks every day, as our speakers have said today. We can multitask better than men, and I'm sorry, but we do. It is our role, it is our duty. Why do you think we were created after the fact? We were needed. And we can multitask and do things better than our men, and that's okay, because that's what we were designed to do. We have to do it without fear. And sure, we will make mistakes and break a bone here and there along the way, and our kids get banged up and bruised and we blame ourselves, but they're just gonna have to shake it off and keep it moving too. So we're the examples of being fearless and powerful. So I have 3 steps to focus on solution. First, when there's a problem, my first thought is always wrong. It's always to run. 90% of the time, not always. But that thought comes of, I want to run, I don't want to deal with it. It's too hard, I can't do it. What am I going to do? My emotions fly, and I just need to breathe. I need to breathe and relax, and I need to tell myself that I'm responsible for the outcome. I'm responsible for the situation. By telling myself I'm responsible, that puts me in a position to own it, calm down, and get it done. Get to the solution. But if I start to blame, point the finger, that's when more problems arise. So breathe and relax and tell yourself you're responsible for the situation. The second step is visualize your ideal outcome. So when I'm say I'm working with a client and I want to be able to help them, I come up with some great strategies, I meet with them and I'm getting objections left and right. And my first thought is, forget it, this meeting's over. Nice to meet you, have a nice day. But something, that little voice in me, right? That devil and that angel, that little voice in me tells me to breathe, pause, and then visualize the outcome that I would expect this client to get, and then we can attack it. So I kind of close my eyes, or I visualize myself closing my eyes, and even though sometimes it gets me angry and stuff, I can visualize it to come to life. So when I speak it into existence, visualize it, and make it come to life, I just am able to find stronger solutions, right? And solutions end up getting better and better. The answer to the problems just gets better and better, and it becomes easier and easier to avoid the fears, walk through them, and really come out with a great outcome. And you'll surprise yourself. You'll shock yourself by the outcome and be like, I did that. And then you'll realize, oh, that was the source of strength. That was that superpower. Bam, I breathed. I didn't get all tense of it with anxiety and fear. I was able to get to the solution, right? So I'm gonna starve the distractions. I love this little thingy I found. Starve my distractions. I feed my focus. Any questions yet? Everybody bored already? I'm almost done. Next one. Work hard and be relentless. And that doesn't mean be pushy, pestering. Oh my gosh, it's her calling again. I need to be relentless, and I need to, instead of being pushy, I need to be persistent. Persistent that what I can offer should convict you enough that we need to meet, or we need to get to some solutions together. By working hard and being relentless, that's my why. You know, my why is because I want to thrive in my career. I want to retire, which this lady's not gonna if I don't continue to be relentless, right? Because I'm a late bloomer. I don't know about that sandwich generation or whatever she called it, but I am almost out of time. So I have to be relentless. I have to really push through, focus, stay in position, do what I need to do, so then in the next 15 years, by the time I'm about 70, I can retire on the beach, not working. So anybody want to share what their why is? Why are you going to be relentless and be fearless? Why? What it drives you? Any whys?
Family.
Excuse me?
Family.
Of course. Of course. I want better for my children than I had. My 2 children graduated high school in the pandemic, 2020 and 2021. No prom with all the fancy 70s and 80s prom dresses posting. They didn't get that opportunity, so they, in my mind, missed out. And you know what? How are they so strong? They don't feel they missed out. They just have to find a new opportunity to be able to experience something else that was meant for them. They're just so strong. God is good because they're relentless. They're the image of my ex-husband and I, good and bad. Today, let's just elect to be unstoppable, right? Be relentless, be unstoppable. Your attitude is everything, right? If I have a negative attitude, the whole office does. Do you know they come to me and now you're supposed to be the leader? Don't have a negative attitude because, and everybody else will. That's a lot of pressure, a lot. Some days when I just want to be like, okay, well, I gotta go, and I go home. Not really, but I want to. Isn't as infectious. And why do we live in a world like that now? That negativity breeds fast like a fire, and anything positive just takes time. For me, always slowly, never quickly. I do things quickly, I will fast crash and burn. Slow and steady for this woman wins the race. So if I'm being relentless and I'm working hard and others see it, if I rub off on them, great. If I don't, that's on them. But I do want to stay a role model. I want to be able to climb to the peak of success. I want to be able to be a winner, stay a winner. I want to dedicate myself as even more than I do now, right? I really want to be able to break through barriers that, you know, some of us women are faced with. So some of those quotes, like destroy obstacles, it says love yourself, climb to the peak of success, be a winner, dedicate yourself, build determination. Those things got to be embedded and ingrained in our head. They have self-help books for that. They have daily meditations. Do you start your day off thinking about yourself? Of course you do. Oh, I gotta get up. Oh, I gotta get up. Oh, I gotta make my own coffee. Until I realized, oh my gosh, God, thanks for waking me up. Right? Universe, thanks for waking me up. What can I learn today to make me a better person for tomorrow and for other women and for my people? How do I encourage them? So just staying relentless and working hard pays off because a lot of people don't work hard. A lot of people don't even work. You know, they want all these great things and to have dignity and grace and financial freedom and, you know, good relationships, material things, but are they willing to do the work? It takes a powerful, fearless woman to get through the fears and work hard and be relentless. All right, and lastly, very important, when we focus on ourselves and build success day by day in our lives, actually, I found this online. You are the director of your life's blockbuster movie. I bet y'all don't know what blockbuster is. So you are the director of your Netflix movie. Consider to be your movie's #1 hero. Remember, you have superpowers, you're unstoppable, you're relentless. build a remarkable life. And you know what we got to do after all that? Because that sounds like a lot. Like, oh my God, what the hell did she just tell me? All this stuff. Well, my favorite, ladies. Celebrate. If we're not celebrating each other's success, what are we working so damn hard for? Right? If we're not going to the water park, if we're not going out to the mixer, if we're not hanging out and going on trips and cruises and just a simple $30 pedicure, if we're not celebrating, then why are we doing this? Why are we working so hard? Why are we being such great PTA moms and my kids are in 50 things every week? Why are we doing all this stuff if we're not celebrating and rewarding ourselves and recognizing our friends' successes and celebrating with them, right? If we're not celebrating, then what's the purpose? And when you celebrate, check this out. When you celebrate, you will know exactly what to do next time so you can celebrate again. So you can pinpoint your success, and then that celebration can just have that residual effect that you can celebrate all your successes, small things that are just important to you. You know, even if you didn't beep the horn at the guy slow when you're late for the office, you didn't curse him out in your own car, celebrate that. He is lucky. Today was his lucky day, right? If we're not celebrating, we're shortchanging ourselves, lady. We deserve to celebrate. We deserve to be successful. We work hard enough to earn it. And that is very, very important. So every woman here today, and I don't even know what time it is. Can I be done? Just kidding. Every woman here today is fearless. Own it. Just own being fearless. It's okay. Don't fear less. Just be fearless. Just be confident that you're not alone in this, whether you're physically by yourself going through something. There is the forces of nature, cosmic shifts in the universe, and a God of your understanding that is guiding you. And he says, I have a plan for your life, and that's all you need to know. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
I work in an environment with mainly men, and it's easier said than done to be heard in the workplace. So how do you go about navigating in an environment where you feel like you're not being heard?
I'm sure a lot of us work with a lot of men. Almost my entire sales staff is men. Are men, excuse me. I recommend just being louder. It works, right, Erica? I personally know this lovely woman in front. And that is a struggle, to work with men, dominant men, in a department that they need to be there, right? But this is the secret, honey. Without you, that department doesn't run. Just know in your heart that you are doing more than most would in that role, no matter what task it is. And you're being heard, but they're not recognizing it. You are definitely being heard, but it might not be recognized, because that would make you smarter than them men. the jobs and careers we had weren't challenging, why would we do them? We would get bored. We would be bored if we didn't have these daily challenges. And if you continue, just hold your head high. Know you're doing as much as you possibly can with what you're given to work with. Nobody can ask for anything else from you, honey. That's one of my best friends.
Great advice, really great advice. Thank you. Other questions